Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the video. This is going to be my January TBR. Since we are going into 2021, there is going to be some upgrades / updates of the Jenga TBR, plus some yearly reading challenges that I'm going to be participating in that I'm going to mention. First, I'm going to go with the Jenga TBR rules, if you will. So, I have them on my phone, so I'm going to be looking down. 8 pieces will be picked. That is the base amount that I will pick unless otherwise stated at the beginning of the video, and all of that. If the tower falls, I rebuild the tower and add 2 picks to the 8, so the total would become 10. If I don't finish one book in the month, so say I had the 8 books picked that have to be on my TBR and I only read 7, that 8th book would just be carried on to the next month, so there'd be 9 books on the TBR. If 2+ books are unread, so 2, 3, whatever, 1 book gets to be carried over, and the added remaining numbers of books as extra picks. So if say I have the 8 pieces, I only read 5 of them, 1 book can be carried over, and then the other 2 have to be repicks. Previous month's prompts are not in the tower, they're on the very top, except for this month where they are, we're starting off the new year strong. So December's picks are on the tower, but I didn't pick any, I don't think. And then only 1 reread is allowed to be the prompts. So if there's, say, 5 books I want to reread in the month, only 1 of those can be for the prompts. The rest have to be extras, which I found very difficult because there's a bunch of books I want to reread. But this is just so I'm not constantly rereading books. And then I want to say 2 reading challenges that I am participating in throughout the year, throughout 2021. First is the Knockback reading challenge created by Melanie from Completely Melanie. I will leave her video kind of explaining it a bit better, but basically it is kind of each month there are 2 prompts and you have to find a book that fits those 2 prompts. Well, you have to find 2 books that fit each of the prompts. You cannot double up. So if it's 1 book per prompt, and I'm making it so that those book prompts can double up with my normal prompts in a month, so like I'm not having to add a bunch of extra books, but to make it so that it's like, oh, can I find a book that fits this prompt and this prompt? No, I can't, therefore, because like this month there are 10 different books on my TBR, and that's just the main TBR, not the extras. And then I am also taking place in the Avengers reading challenge, which is kind of a Marvel / Avengers themed readathon, which I love the Marvel movies, so I had to join. And it's basically, I will leave the video that I saw the announcement of, but it's being hosted by I think 5 different people. There's a Twitter and an Instagram, which will be linked in that video that I have linked below. But each month there's a like group book, and for that I also will be trying to read the group book if it's one that I'm interested in. So I will say what the group book is when I mention it, because I was able to get it on my TBR. But all that being said, I do not know how long I just talked for, but let's get on to the picks. There'll be the pick of the clip. I'm wearing a different outfit because I filmed the pics like 3 days ago. Didn't have time to film this part till now. But yeah, I already know what I picked, but let's let you see what I've picked and what books I picked for each prompt. So here's the Jenga tower. It is already super wobbly, like it's leaning this way, like towards like where my hand is. So like this, we're probably gonna knock it over. Again, we're gonna be like always, we're gonna be doing 8 picks. So this is pick number 1, and let's start off with this one, which is a 5-star prediction. So basically I have a video that is me saying what are some 5-star predictions. I have to pick a book off of that list, which I am really excited because they are all 5-star predictions and I'm excited to read like all of them. So for 5-star prediction, I am picking Stay Gold by Tobly McSmith, and this is a contemporary where we follow Pony, who is entering a new high school for his senior year, and he's just wanting to fly under the radar and stay stealth because he is trans for his final year. And then we also follow a girl named Georgia who's on the cheerleading team and is like banning dating for this year. She wants to focus on cheerleading and her grades, and that's it. But when Georgia and Pony meet, both of their like initial goals for the year kind of might not fully happen, and it's just a cute contemporary. I really wanted to try to read this in 2020, but I didn't, and I'm so excited to be reading it. I really hope it's 5 stars. It just sounds really good. I've only heard good things, so I'm praying it's a 5-star. Pick number 2. Anytime I hit the table, I'm terrified I'm gonna like knock it all over. Come on, I want one that's like this way. Oh, that's just a bad idea. A pink cover, so just a book that has some sort of pink on the cover. It doesn't have to be a huge amount, but like a decent amount, I'd say. Like, this is kind of like depends on how many books I can find with pink covers and all that. Next we have for pink cover is The Famoux by Kassandra Tate, and this comes out on January 19th, but I do have an arc of it through NetGalley and I think Eldwes. So I will be able to read it before the 19th, but this, we follow a girl, I can't remember her name, where we're in this dystopian world where basically there's this like TV show kind of thing called The Fishbowl, where it's like a reality TV thing that everybody watches to kind of distract from their actual lives. And when our main character gets offered to go on to this TV show, she takes the opportunity and realizes that it's not what it seems. I don't know what gravitated me towards this, but I'm interested in it. Let's just say that. Pick number 3. That one came out really easy. A genre I usually don't read. My main genre I read is fantasy, so anything that is not fantasy, really, I'd consider this. So like contemporary, dystopian, sci-fi, historical fiction, what else? Even like a graphic novel is kind of a genre, like, you get what I'm saying? For genre I usually don't read. I'll be reading The Heir by Kiera, and this is the 4th book in the selection series. It is a dystopian series. I don't typically read dystopians. And this we follow the spoiler for the first 3 books in the selection series, the daughter of Max and America. Their daughter's name is Adeline? And it's basically her going through her own selection. I like the first 3 books in this series, but I've heard that these ones aren't as good, but I really want to try to get my TBR, like my physical TBR, completed in 2021, and this is a book I have the little copy because I bought the entire selection box set when it was on sale on Book Outlet last Boxing Day, was it? I think. Pick number 4. That one came out really easy. And that is a debut, so a author's debut book, whether that be they are just releasing the debut the month that I'm filming this, or if it's an author that I've already read, going back and reading their debut. For debut, we have Legendborn by Tracy Deonn, and this is a reread for me because I read it in August as an arc, and then B, it is the group book for the Avengers reading challenge, and so of course I'm going to be doing a reread of this. I love this book. It was a 5-star. It might be on my top 10 books of the year. I'm still trying to figure out that list. If not, it's definitely top 15. But in this we follow a girl named Bree Matthews, who is a high school student who is attending a program at a college that it's basically for high school students that excel in their schooling, so that they can do dual credit high school and college classes. But when her and her friend end up stumbling upon that magic exists on the night before the first day of school, Bree gets kind of swept into this magic world where we have this group called the Order, which are descendants of King Arthur and the Round's Table and all of that. It is very good. It is so good. I'm so excited to be rereading this. I really hope that the second book comes out in 2021 here, but there's no official news on when it's released besides Goodreads saying that it's 2021, but you know, sometimes Goodreads lies. So we will have to see. I'm so excited to be rereading them. Pick number 5. So far this month is going pretty well, I'd say. A 3+ word title, so any book that has at least 3 or more words in the title. Next we have 3+ word title, and for that I'll be reading The Hidden Oracle by Riordan. And for its 3 titles, The Hidden Oracle 3. And this, all I know, is the first book in the Trials of Apollo series, where we follow the god Apollo, who has been who's being punished by Zeus and has been turned human and ends up at Camp Half-Blood, and that's all I know. Pick number 6. Oh, that's a bad idea, that's a bad idea, that's a bad idea, bad idea. Nope, we're gonna try to slide that one back in. That one's a bad idea. Come on. Oh no, nope, the universe is telling me to do this one in the back here. Oh my god. A red cover, so a book that has a red cover. For red cover, I will be reading The Summoning by Storm Song, and this is a paranormal new adult series that we have. There's these 3 districts in a city, and there's people that rule it, each section, and then each year there is this trial type thing that typically only males can participate in, male humans. The areas are controlled by vampires, but this year it is open, the trial is open to anybody, and our main character, who I don't know her name, is picked, and this is a don't judge me. This is a reverse harem, so basically, aka one girl, multiple boyfriends. Do not judge me. I have heard great things about this, and it fits multiple of the other criteria that I want to meet every month. Pick number 7, and I am terrified because this right here, this level right here is going off of 1, and it is super unsteady. Let's try to find one at the bottom.
Or maybe up here, I don't... Oh. A blue cover.
For blue cover, I'm going to be reading Crown of Bones by A.K. Wilder. This comes out on the 5th, but I have an arc of this as well. This might be my first read of the year, or maybe a reread of Legendborn. I'm not sure which will be my first book of the year. But this, we're basically following a girl named, I can't remember her name, who basically is meant to be like the savior of the kingdom, I think. And I don't know much, but I don't want to go in knowing much. I find the cover beautiful. That is all I needed. And then like it sounds interesting. What I described is kind of not what it's about, but like it's a girl that's meant to like save kingdom type thing. I don't know.
And then hopefully finally pick number 8, unless the tower falls, which I'm scared it's going to. That one's not going to come out. These are like super hard to get out because of the paint that I put on them. I'm going to try to get a new pack. I thought that was going to fall. What's the final one? And it is continue a series, so I have a list of like series that I have started, and it's just continue a series, just continue any series, so like the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, you get what I'm saying, book in a series. It can't be the first in the series.
And then for continuous series, I'm going to be reading the Alicorn Court by Linski, and this is the 3rd book in the University of Sorcery series. I think that's what it's called. But in the first book, which is called The Woven Mark, we follow a girl named Emma who discovers that she is a part of this secret kingdom that has magic and has these different factions of people. There are Wovens, Griffins, Alicorns, and Dragons. She finds out that she is like a Woven, and then we also follow Ethan, who is the prince of this country, and it's kind of like the story of those two. How do I word this without spoiling it all? But like the two of them coming together, befriending, and that leading to more, and that leading to an overall greater plot. Where this one, I think it involves something to do with the Seelie and the Unseelie, and that's like all I know. This book came out in, I think, the end of October or the beginning of November. I wasn't able to read it until now, and I'm so excited for this because I loved the first 2 books. Now for the TBR knockout prompts. Each month has a theme, and then there's 2 prompts with those themes. So for prompt number 1 is read a book with a dark word in the title, example, dark, black, night, all of that. And then I'm going to be reading We Set the Dark on Fire by Tahlor K. Mejia? I'm probably butchering that last name, I'm sorry. Basically, there's this like school for girls that kind of trains the girls to be in one of these, like one of 2 roles in society and all of that, and our main character doesn't want to follow that stereotype of either one or the other, and I don't know what else it's about. I don't want to know anything about it really because I want to go in blind. I've heard great things about this, and it fits that thing. We set the dark on fire, dark word in the title, dark, like that, you know what I'm saying? And then for prompt number 2 is read a book with dark themes, and this one I was kind of like, I don't really know what book to pick, but I remembered that this book comes out this month, and that is Every Single Lie by Rachel Vincent, and this I've talked about multiple times on my channel already, I think. But Every Single Lie follows a girl named Beckett who, her life is just kind of going to shit. Her father died for reasons that either that she doesn't know or that she wasn't told the actual reason, and it's revealed it's a much more darker reason than she thought. That she thinks her boyfriend's cheating on her, and that people at school are just making rumors about her and her family. But the tip of the iceberg is that she ends up finding a baby in her boyfriend's like gym bag, and that sets off rumors that the baby's hers when it isn't, and all of that. And I'm like, the dark themes for like who's like, I say the dark themes are like who's the baby, whose kid is the baby, what is the like thing that like something darker that happened with her dad, and overall like this is meant to be like a thriller type thing, and when I think of thriller I think of possibly dark themes. It's kind of stretching, but like you can kind of stretch these prompts a bit. So those are the 10 books on my TBR, along with there's multiple other books that I'd like to read. I think in total there is like 18 books on my TBR that I'd like to get read. Keep in mind that my average number of reads in 2020 was 16, so I don't think I'll be getting 18 books read this month, but we'll just have to see. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe plan on sticking around for this new year. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye!